And yeah, I want to talk about Elegance by Brand. I know I'm a little late on this topic. I want to give them a shout out up here. I want to do a live video talking about them. I love Elegance by Brand. So I want to talk about their them um losing the women's tag team championships. I want to talk about that whatnot. I'm a massive fan of Elegance by Brand, so I want to come up here and talk about it. They dropped the women's tag team titles to the Inspiration. Although I like the Inspiration as well. So first person come up here. First person come up here, watch my video, hit the like button if you watch wrestling. And I see one person that came up here and watching. I got one person in the building. If you watch wrestling, hit the like button. I don't know who you are, but and comment below. I tend to have trolls jumping up in here, whatnot. So somebody can't walk back out. Okay. Just wait for somebody to get up here. All right, we got two people in the building. If you watch wrestling, comment below and let me know who you are. And hit the like button while you at it. Comment below right now so I know who you are. If you watch wrestling, comment below right now because I see somebody watching my channel. All right, we got three people in the building. Hit the like button and comment below. And let me know if you watch wrestling or not. If you don't watch wrestling, you in the wrong chat. So I need to know who everyone is. I got three people in the building. Comment below and hit the like button. If you can hear me, comment below and hit the like button so I can start. Okay, we got six people in the building. Can somebody comment below so I know who you are? Okay. All right. Okay, I see the hearts, the likes. Okay, I'll go ahead and start. Okay, I want to talk about Elegance by Brand. For the one what no one knows. Elegance by Brand is my new favorite tag team. Yeah, the Elegance by Band, the Elegance by Brand grew on me in TNA. Now Dana Brooke, I'm not the biggest fan of hers no more because of what happened with us a long time ago on Twitter. When a troll hurt her feelings about how terrible she was in the ring and her feelings got hurt. I came to her defense, just like all the other fans did, and she got smart with me. So I was shocked, but I backfired. I backfired real fast. And she was like, please don't curse at her and things. And I commented on my page and said, I'm no longer a fan of Dana Brooke. Fuck her and everything else about her. And them shit come on my page and saw my tweet, what I said about her, and quoted my tweet and said she never asked for me to root for her anyways. When she did that, her boyfriend, what's going on, Devon Dealer? How you living, brother? Hit the like button for me. What's up, the only King Bob? If you're new here, man, subscribe to my channel. But anyway, when Dana Brooke did that, all her fans, simps, came for me, and they all double teamed me. They double teamed me. And her boyfriend was a basketball player she was going with. He came for me. They all know I didn't deserve that. So I don't give two shits about Dana Brooke no more. I'm no longer a fan. But I do love Heather by Elegance. She's one of my new favorite female wrestlers. I like M by Elegance too, but I like Heather by Elegance better. But they are my favorite tag team. They are my new favorite tag team. I love the Elegance by Brand tag team. They're my new favorite tag team. So they had a pretty good tag team title run for 201 days. That's quite a long time. They held those titles for a long time and made them very prestigious in every which way. So I'm here to thank them for that. But they did drop the titles to the Inspiration. And I like the Inspiration as well. They're not my favorite tag team, but I do like the Inspiration. Now, when they was in WWE a long time ago, as the Iconics, oh my God, I could not stand them. I could not stand them. They were annoying. They were annoying. Man. But when they went to TNA Wrestling a long time ago, they eventually grew on me. They grew on me. So I like the Inspiration now, but they're not my favorite tag team. I like Elegance by Brand better. They are my new favorite tag team. So they dropped the titles to the Inspiration. Not shocked. I knew that was going to happen eventually. If anybody could win those titles from the Elegance by Brand, it was none other than the Inspiration. So I was already prepared for. I did want the Elegance by Brand to retain, being that they're my new favorite tag team, but they lost them to the Inspiration. So like I said, man, I'm here to thank them. They have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. They held it down for 201 days as women's tag team champions. That's something to be proud of. Now they just simply move on to capture more titles. What's going on, Adam Wayne? Hey, if you're new here, man, subscribe to my channel. I love talking about wrestling. So the Elegance by Brand, they're going to be just fine. They're going to be just fine. Their first tag team title loss. And although I'm not a fan of Dana Brooke no more, I don't give two shits about Dana Brooke no more. I will say this much. No one deserved to get their career ended on something that they like doing. So Dana Brooke had to relinquish the Knockout TNA Women's Championship. So I'm not wishing nothing bad on her. Happy that her career got ended and stuff like that. You don't wish things like that on people. Because that all stuff like that can come back on you. So, so don't know what else she's gonna pursue herself in, but yeah, she's done wrestling. So Kehlani Jordan finally won the big one. I'm very happy with that because I'm a huge fan of Kehlani Jordan as well. I'm a fan of Kehlani Jordan. Kehlani Jordan is one of my favorite female wrestlers. But but Dana Brooke had to relinquish the title. So eventually, Elegance by Brand dropped them. They dropped the women's tag team championships. But like I said, they have nothing to be ashamed of. They held it down for 201 days as women's tag team champions. That that's quite a long time. That's quite a long time to hold those women's tag team titles. And they did their thing. They are a great tag team. They are a great tag team. So I don't know how long the Elegance by Brand tag team is going to last. But I can see both of those two becoming two single stars by themselves. When they finally book them to go their own separate ways, I like Heather by Elegance better than I do M by Elegance. Heather by Elegance is actually one of my new favorite female wrestlers. Although the Elegance by Brand tag team is my new favorite tag team, but who do I like better between Heather by Elegance and M by Elegance? I like Heather by Elegance better. She's like one of my new favorites. She's one of my new favorite single female wrestlers. I can see the potential in them. What's up, Meme? How you living? If you watch wrestling, man, subscribe to my channel. You mean Elegance by Brand? That's the name. But yeah, they had a great run, man. I'm from North Carolina. They had a great run. There's no lie about that. They had a great run. That's why I'm doing a live video about them. I'm gonna do one about them on Instagram too, and I tagged them in it. But I'm not gonna mention Dana Brooke because although I'm not a fan of Dana Brooke and she did what she did to me a long time ago, I'm not gonna say that in the video and talking about them because they're friends of hers. And like I said, this was a long time ago anyway, so I've been over that. So I'm not gonna mention Dana Brooke in my second live video that I do about Elegance by Branded Tag Team on Instagram. Cause I'm gonna tag them. What is your question? Heather gets technically unique and can mix different wrestling. Yes, she can. She can. She has quite a dirty side to her, but she's a heel. So what do you expect? No, I don't. No, no. But yeah, and then Heather, she's already short. She's already real short. She look like she's probably about 4 foot. I just don't, man. Why you ask me all these questions for? If you don't watch wrestling, you in the wrong chat. Why are you asking me? Do I like Iraq for? You ask me too many questions, man. If you don't watch wrestling, get out of my chat. Tend to have some weirdos in here. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Okay, where somebody asked me another weird question, which I work out at Planet Fitness. That's where I work out at. That's what gym I go to. I work out at Planet Fitness. Yeah, man. Okay, whatever. Anyway, people keep coming in my these weirdos coming in my chat ask me some weird and stupid questions. Hell no, I'm not better than Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger's a damn bodybuilder. Hell no, I'm not better than him. What kind of shit is that to say? I wish I was strong like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm not. I'm strong, but shit. I'm not fuck with Arnold Schwarzenegger by far. Arnold Schwarzenegger, his saving that motherfucker still jacked. But anyway, anyway, anyway. But the Elegance by Brand, man. I'm here to thank him for that. I'm here to thank him for that. Um, but Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm putting that aside. The Elegance by Brand, yeah, man, I'm gonna miss them. But like I said, man, this just their first tag team title loss. Now they move on to capture more. Don't know when they're going to catch it. Win their second women's tag team championship, but other than that, man, they ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. They're going to be just fine. Don't know how long they're going to stay together as a tag team, but I see her about Elegance doing big things by on her own because she is one of my favorites. But I can see M by Elegance doing things on her own too and becoming a star. I see both of them becoming two single stars. Bro, there is no one on this chat. What you doing, man? Talking to yourself. First of all, if you pay attention, I have people commenting below besides you. Why would I be up here talking to myself for? I don't try to play me like that, bro. Meet people. Okay, okay. Oh. So you a troll? Look, man, get your goofy ass out my chat. Get your goofy ass out my chat. I can't. I ain't got time for it. I'm talking about wrestling, David McMahon. If you don't watch wrestling, man, you're in the wrong chat. Ain't got time for trolls, man. Fuck out my chat, bro. That's what's up. Okay, subscribe to my channel, Armando Dukes. I hope I didn't pronounce your name wrong. Subscribe to my channel. You're talking about the Elegance by Brand and TNA. I don't know what you talk. I don't know what kind of game that is, David McMahon. Small show. What do you mean? We need about 20 more people in the building, man. Meet people. I don't know. Go find them, man. Go find them. Go find them. Go find them. Hey, we need 20 more people up in the building, man. 20 more people up in the building. But I want to see Elegance by Brand now that they lost the tag team titles. I want to see them competing on NXT against other tag teams like Soruka. I want to see them compete against tag teams like Saruka and Zari. They have, but I want to just see them competing a lot more. First of all, I'm far from gay. I like women. You asked me where the girls at. Like I just said, go find them. That's all I said. Hell no, I'm not gay. You got me fucked up by far, bro. Hey man, get in the wrong chat. Get in the wrong chat if you want to troll, man. Go ahead. I'm here trying to do Russell talk. I ain't know if you're playing or not, man. That's the second time you came at me sideways. I don't know how to take that. Now I don't care for Brock Lesnar, but I will say the dude's a beast. John Cena just got stale over the years, bro. Now when John Cena had the Dr. Thugonomics gimmick in 2003, he was a thing. He was a thing. And I liked it for the most part, but he was never one of my favorites. I thought he was funny as the Dr. Thugonomics John Cena. I thought he was funny. But he won't never one of my favorites. But I did like him. I did like the Dr. Thugonomics John Cena. But over the years, man, after that, he got stale. He got stale. I say like in maybe 2006, 2007, 2008. He was okay. He was okay, but he still wasn't the same as the Dr. Thugonomics Cena. But for the most part, his gimmick was fine. His gimmick was fine, but after like 2010, 2000, he just got stale. He got stale. Yeah. But yeah, man. So hell about I want to see these hell about Elegance, and then I also want to see who else I want to see them compete against. This would be a great match. Um, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte versus the Elegance by Brand would be a solid tag team match, but I would have to go with Team Alexa. I'm not the biggest fan of Charlotte Flair, but Alexa Bliss is my top favorite female wrestler. I don't go against her for nobody. And Alexa Bliss and Charlotte versus Elegance by Brand, I would have to go with Alexa Bliss. Cause I don't go against Alexa Bliss for nobody, although I don't like Charlotte. But I'm still going to support Alexa Bliss tag team title run. We need Travis Scott back in WWE. Yeah, I guess I could agree with that, Meat P. That's why she got all these title opportunities. But you got people that are trying to say she don't get title opportunity because of who her dad is. Yes it is. Yes it is. That's too obvious. That is too obvious. That is too obvious. Nepotism in WWE. You know what I'm saying? Meat P, if you're new to my channel, man, subscribe to my channel. Same thing, or Mercedes when they such too much favoritism. Exactly. I could say that, yeah, because Snoop is her cousin. Snoop is her cousin. But I still don't like her because she has a massive ego. And the thing is, what's funny, these fans overhype Mercedes Monet. Triple H played smart, marrying Stephanie. He took over there useless. He was ordinary. He was an ordinary wrestler. He was. What's going on, Anthony? How you living, man? I agree with what you just said. I agree with that about Triple H. I agree. Yeah, he definitely played it smart about being in the presence of Vince McMahon and marrying his daughter. Bret Hart said the same thing, and I 100% agree with that. That's why Triple H. That's why Triple H is where he is today. If Triple H never married Stephanie McMahon, he wouldn't be where he is right now to our day. If Triple H never married Stephanie McMahon, he wouldn't be where he is today. That's why he got in the good graces of Vince McMahon by marrying his daughter, so he can be one of the top guys. And know what I'm saying? It worked. It worked. Like I said, if Triple H didn't never know what I'm saying, marry Steph McMahon, he wouldn't be where he is today. He didn't ruin the business, but he's been fucking up so he been fucking up booking matches. Now I know it's not all him, cause TKO has been taking over and they've been calling the shots too besides Triple H. But bro, Liv Morgan should have never lost that feud to Rhea Ripley. She should have never lost that feud or title to Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan should have won it to WrestleMania 41 as Women's World Champion, but no, Triple H had to put the title back on Rhea Ripley. He showed favoritism to Rhea Ripley. And then when Liv Morgan lost that title in that feud to Rhea Ripley, I was beyond pissed. I did not watch no more of Raw on Netflix. I turned. No, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is, David McMahon. But let me ask you a question. Do you watch wrestling? Do you watch wrestling, David McMahon? If you don't, you're in the wrong chat. Yeah. Yeah, Rhea Ripley is overrated. She's overrated. Well, you're in the wrong chat, man. You're in the wrong chat. Ask me these weird questions. You're in the wrong chat. Yeah, see you. Yeah, me too, Anthony. I'm ready for Crown Jewel too. I'm ready too. But yeah, man. So Elegance by brand, I wonder how long they're gonna keep them a tag team. I appreciate it. Appreciate for sharing my video, man. Hell no, she shouldn't have never lost the title. That was some complete bullshit. How Liv Morgan didn't get a chance to go on WrestleMania as Women's World Champion like Rhea did, Favoritism. 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 Imagine if we could have got Liv Morgan versus Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania 41. That match would have been trending on social media like crazy. And being that Alexa Bliss and Liv Morgan are my top two favorite female wrestlers, I like both of them equally. I still would have had to go with Alexa Bliss to win the title, and Alexa Bliss would have dethroned Liv Morgan at WrestleMania 41 for the Women's World title in a great match. Because that would have been the best route to go. Oh, I don't smoke no kush, man. Hey, if you new to my channel, bro, subscribe to my channel. If you watch wrestling, subscribe to my channel. Bluetooth device, the device. My fault, man. Uncle look chill as fuck. Yeah, yeah. I'm a chill dude, man. I'm a chill dude. I love talking about wrestling, man. I love talking about wrestling. I stay in my lane. But if you watch wrestling, man, you new to my channel, subscribe to my channel on the Bluetooth device. If you talking about the chair, yeah, I'm in the yeah, man, this chair comfortable, man. This chair comfortable. I can fall asleep in this chair. Yeah, it's a couch. It's a regular great. It's a couch. I can sit it back and everything. So yeah, man, so back to Elegance by brand, they're gonna be just fine, they're gonna be just fine, and they're gonna get back to the top again. But at the same time, I don't know how long they're gonna remain a tag team. I don't know. But I would love to see Elegance by. And I would love to see Elegance by brand, Heather by Elegance, go on her own. JC Jane beat Jason Jane. JC Jane beat Falcon Punch motherfuckers with that right hook. I'll give her. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Hey man, I don't have a dislike for JC Jane. I've never had a dislike for JC Jane. I'll say that much. I do like JC Jane. She ain't one of my favorites, but I like her. And for the most part, she can wrestle. JC Jane can wrestle. I give her absolutely all of that. But we know it's only a matter of time before Fallon Henry and JC Jane finally clash and bump heads, and you know what I'm saying, they're going to turn on each other. Because Jasmine Nix is already gone. So there's nobody left but JC Jane and Fallon Henley. It's only Fallon Henley and JC Jane left. So nobody's going to replace Jasmine Nix. Nobody's going to replace Jasmine Nix. I definitely see Fallon Henley and JC Jane parting ways. I would love to see Fallon Henley capture the TNA Women's Championship. Not TNA, but NXT Women's Championship. Fallon Henley is one of my favorite female wrestlers. I love Fallon Henley. I love me some Fallon Henley. Now you talk about somebody got down Falcon Punch. Man, JC Jane punch ain't got shit on Fallon Henley's punch. I can tell you that right now. Fallon Henley, when she hit you, she try to take your damn head off. I remember Fallon Henley knocked the shit out of we know Lash Legends is a big tall girl, and Fallon Henley knocked the shit out of her. She knocked the shit out of Lash Legend. I'll never forget when she hit Lash Legend. Fallon Henley is another one that can punch. That woman can hit. That damn girl can hit. We know Lash Legend is big and tall, and she knocked the shit out of Lash Legend. Man, I said, wow. I made that as a GIF, and I tagged her in it, and she said, wham, bam, thank you, man. I said, yeah, exactly. I said, exactly. She knocked the shit out of her. So Fallon Henley is underrated. And she's doing pretty good as a heel for the most part. But yeah, man. So yeah, man. I want to see her about Elegance. Wrestling on NXT too. Well, they can because NXT and TNA they're on the same company. They're so yeah, yeah, she is. She is. Fallon Henley is a she's a great wrestler. She is. Can't say nothing bad about Fallon. Can't nobody say nothing bad about Fallon. Well, I hate her will. I hate her will. But then again, man, Summer types on opinion. But like I said, Fallon Henley can fucking wrestle. I don't care about nobody's opinion because it's not true. The shit ain't true. Washington D.C. What about Tupac? Yeah, I mean, yeah, he one of my favorite rappers. Yeah, he one of my favorites. Do you even watch wrestling, Washington D.C.? I need to know. I need to know because you may be in the wrong chat if you don't watch wrestling. I mean, you can watch my channel if you want to, but I'm just saying. I mean, I don't want you to feel out of place. Yeah, but now I like better than two. I like Nas better than Tupac. Nas is my top favorite rapper. Nas my top favorite. Tupac is after Nas. But do you watch wrestling though? I need to know that. I mean, you can still sit here if you want to. I don't mind nobody sitting here wanting to watch me that don't watch wrestling, but I mean, I don't want them to feel out of place and they not know what I'm talking about. I could tell them who everyone is, but still, I mean, I'm gonna feel out of place talking to. I mean, you can't talk to somebody about wrestling that don't know nothing about wrestling. It's they're gonna be like, who? You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, man. So I just want to thank the head about Elegance, man, for holding it down for 200 days as women's world champion. Yeah, wish them nothing but the best. But now that they don't have the tag team titles anymore, like I said, they could possibly split ways. You know how it happens when tag teams lose the tag team titles, they end up splitting up. It happens. It happens with a lot of tag teams. Now it took a while for the Usos to split up because the Usos they won the tag team title so many times. So I'm not going to sit up here and say that I'm not saying that Elegance by brand is going to break up. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. Because they could still stick together as a tag team and eventually win the tag team titles back somewhere down the line, even if it's a year from now. So I'm gonna just let it play out. But I would also love to see them go part separate ways, especially heard about Elegance because she's one of my favorites, and I want to see her as a singles competitor. She's already short. I think Heather by Elegant. I mean Heather by Elegant. Like she's maybe probably like what 4'9". She's real short. She's about 4 foot. I know Alexa Bliss is way taller than her, and Alexa Bliss is real short. Alexa Bliss is 5 feet. I think she's 5'1". Alexa Bliss is 5'1". Heard by Elegance is definitely a couple of inches shorter than Alexa Bliss. Heard by Elegance look like she's about 4'9". It's like she's about 4'8" or 4'9". So Alexa Bliss is way taller than Heather by Elegance. And you know Alexa Bliss is the 5 feet of fury. She's short. She's real short, but she's way taller than Heather by Elegance. I know that. Heather by Elegance, every bit of probably about 4'8" or 4'9". But she can wrestle though. She's pretty good in the ring. And I love her. You know, she's a pretty good talent. Like I said, she has that dirty, vicious side to her. But I mean, what you expect? She's a heel. But that plays very good in her favor. It plays good in her favor. But overall, Elegance by Brand is a great tag team. They're a great tag team. Like they grew on me fast. Now, Dana Brooke is the one that I don't care for. Dana Brooke would probably still be. I would still be a fan of Dana Brooke if that didn't happen between us a long time ago. And once again, I didn't start it. I did nothing. Said nothing wrong. Got the way to her. So she did that. So, but I love when you give genuine credit to B Fab and wrestling ability, even you not a fan of her, but you recognize raw talent and hard work. Exactly, Devon Daly. Exactly. I don't have to be a fan of a wrestler. I don't have to. I don't have. I don't have to. Know what I'm saying? I don't have to be a fan of a wrestler to give them credit. I cannot like a wrestler. I can despise a wrestler like Charlotte Flair, but still give them credit where credit is due. I don't have to. I know what I'm saying. I cannot like a wrestler, but still give them, know what I'm saying, credit where credit is due. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of B Fab, but like I said, yes, I will give her credit. B Fab is underrated. She's an underrated wrestler. I can see B Fab winning a mid card women's championship, or her and Michin get together and both of them win their first piece of championship tag team gold. I can see them doing that. I can see them accomplishing that. Yeah, I cannot like a wrestler and still give them credit because I'm not going to hate on them. I'm not going to hate. Just like I don't give two shits about Dana Brooke no more. But when I was once a fan of her and she did what she did and I stopped supporting her, I didn't take back any damn thing I said. I didn't take back anything I said about her. I took none of that back. I still say Dana Brooke was a determined wrestler. I'll still say that, just like I said back then. But she did what she did to me, so I said, then fuck her and everything else about it. The hell with her and everything else about her. I don't care if she will never get a push. I don't care what they do with her now. She can get buried for all I care. But unfortunately, that didn't happen when she went to TNA. She went to the top. So I have to give her that. Although I don't give two shits about her no more. But I can give credit where credit is due if I don't like a wrestler. Charlotte Flair, I cannot stand Charlotte Flair with a damn passion. Charlotte Flair is one of the most. Charlotte Flair is the most wrestler I despise. Cause I don't like her character. She has an entitled character, thinking that the whole women's division revolves around her. But far as her in ring ability, her in ring talent would never be denied. Definitely have to give her that. Charlotte Flair is capable of putting on a 5-star match against anybody. And I mean anybody. I don't care who it is. So for the one that say I used to hate on Charlotte Flair, stop. Stop, because now you're reaching. At this point, you're definitely reaching. Because every time I talk about how I don't like her, at the same time, I will always give her credit. I make sure to give her credit so the fans won't say I'm hating on her. Yeah, I know Charlotte Flair can't help the way she's booked. But does that still mean I can't call out the obvious? Does that still mean I can't call out the obvious when it's time to call out the obvious about her? Yes, I can. And fans can take it the way the way they want to take it. Charlotte Flair is handed every opportunity on the silver platter because of who her dad is. I never was a fan of Ric Flair, but as a kid, I respected him as a wrestler because of the impact that he brought to WCW and WWF. Arguably one of the greatest characters, great in-ring performance and everything, great charisma, great promos. Ric Flair could do it all, and I never was a fan of him. But he was a funny guy. He was funny. I used to laugh at Ric Flair. Since when Ric Flair get pissed off, I used to laugh my ass off at him when I was little. Even now. And he was naturally funny. I never was a fan of Ric Flair. And you see how highly I'm speaking of Ric Flair. Sting is my number one WC top favorite wrestler. Sting is the one who caught my eye in WCW. And Ric Flair is Sting greatest rivalry. The best rivalry in WCW is arguably Sting and Ric Flair in my book. But Sting is my number one WCW top favorite. I didn't go against Sting for nobody in WCW until Bret Hart came along. But Sting and Bret Hart are my top two favorites. I like both of them equally. You know what I'm saying? So when they had matches, I didn't care who won. It was always a win-win for me. It was always a coin toss. It was always a toss-up. There was always a coin toss match for me when Sting and Bret Hart wrestled. Because, you know what I'm saying, both of them are my top two favorites, and I like them equally. So I didn't care who won. I knew it was going to go either way regardless. But yeah, man, so yeah, man, here's about Elegance. She would fit perfect as a mid-card women's champion. I can see her about Elegance as the Women's United States champion or the Women's IC champion. I can picture it. She could pull it off. She could pull it off, and M by Elegance could too. But if I'm being honest, I would want to see Hair by Elegance win it first because I like her better than M by Elegance. Hair by Elegance is one of my new favorite female wrestlers. So I would love to see Heather win it. She is. Heather is definitely is way more polished and savage than Ash by Elegance. She is. And she's way more polished and savage than M by Elegance too. But then she's the short one anyway, so I would expect that. But I love Heather by Elegance, man. I like short women too. But that ain't why I like Heather by Elegance because she's short and she's nice looking white girl. No, that ain't why. Although short women and white women is my preference, but that ain't why I like Heather by Elegance. Not at all. She can wrestle. So when she goes as a singles competitor, I can see her winning her first mid card women's championship because she already done won her first piece of championship tag team gold. So that's a perfect start right there. I can see Heather by Elegance in the same exact pattern as Zelina Vega. Because Zelina Vega is real short. Zelina Vega is like, ain't Zelina Vega like 4'11", right? I think Zelina Vega is a little bit taller than Heather by Elegance. Because Heather by Elegance look like she's about 4'9", I think. She probably about 4'9". And Zelina Vega is 4'11". She's shorter than Alexa Bliss too. But Zelina Vega is underrated. She can go in that ring. Zelina Vega is everything that a star needs on SmackDown. For real, she is, man. Zelina Vega loves to grind. She loves to grind. And she gets all this fucking hate. She gets all this hate. That's what blows my mind. At first, everybody loves Zelina Vega. Now they want to turn on her. And turned on her for one of the stupidest reasons. No, for an extent. No, they turned on her for a damn excuse. I would call that an excuse. That's why I call that shit an excuse. Because they said because she accidentally broke Chelsea Green's nose. They talking about she can't do her job, this and that and the third. But when it comes to Nia Jax, someone that has a history of hurting people, and the ones like me and the other fans call out when the ones like me call out the guys about how many night. So that's the thing. Like they gonna turn on Zelina Vega because they say she broke Chelsea Green nose, which she did, and saying she can't do her job. But when it comes to Nia Jax, that has a history of hurting people, and the ones like me call out the obvious. Oh, now I'm reaching. Now I'm taking it too far. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now you know it. All everything I'm saying about her is unnecessary. I'm making a big deal out of it. But y'all gonna shit on Zelina Vega and bash the hell out of her for accidentally breaking Chelsea Green's nose, right? And not just that, they came off on Liv Morgan 10 times worse, making videos about Liv Morgan and shit because she accidentally injured Rhea Ripley's shoulder. We know that we know that we know, I knew that shit was an accident. But when the ones like me, just like I said, call out the obvious about Nia Jax, oh, they don't want to hear it then. They don't want to hear it then, but I don't give a fuck because I'm going to still say it. I'm going to still call out the obvious. Give a damn how much they don't want to hear, care how mad they get. I'm going to call out the obvious about Nia Jax. And for the ones who haven't seen my video about Nia Jax, check it out on all my videos. Oh yeah, I went in on her big ass. I went in on her lard ass. And not just that, Nia Jax is a terrible human being as an actual person. She revealed that by saying she's not going to apologize for injuring Jade. She's a terrible human being. She's a bully. And the audacity for Chelsea Green to say, for Chelsea Green to try to speak highly of her in defending that shit. And saying she's a locker room leader. No, she's a fucking locker room bully, Chelsea Green. The fuck you mean? The fuck you mean? When I seen it when I said Chelsea Green, shut the fuck up. I can't even believe you just said some shit like that. Nia Jax is a locker room bully. Smiley just known for hurting people. And Caroline said she wasn't going to apologize for injuring Jade. But people want to bash the shit out of Liv Morgan and Zelina Vega for accidentally hurting somebody and injuring them. But when it comes to Nia Jax, and the ones like me call out the obvious, oh, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it, but I don't give a damn. I'm going to still say it. I'm going to still say it with my chest. Because this woman has hurting too many people. She's hurt too many people. But y'all want to come hard, but y'all want to come down hard on Liv Morgan and Zelina Vega for accidentally injuring somebody. As many people as Nia Jax has hurt in the past. When it comes to Nia Jax, and like I said, the ones like me call out the obvious. Oh no, oh no, I know what I'm saying. It ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking it too far. I'm making a big deal about it. But they didn't make a big deal about Liv Morgan accidentally injuring Liv Morgan's shoulder and Zelina Vega accidentally breaking Chelsea Green's nose. Zelina Vega gets zero pop. Get the fuck out of here, man. Zelina Vega is underrated. Zelina Vega is underrated. That's that right there. That comment right there by you. That's the shit I'm talking about. This is why I don't communicate with a lot of wrestling fans because y'all shallow. Y'all support the wrestler, be 100% behind them, and then turn on him, and then turn on them for some stupid shit. Turn on them for the stupidest reasons. Everybody loves Zelina Vega. What are you talking about? No, it doesn't at this point, Devon Danley, because they're shallow. The crowd is shallow. That's what it all comes down to. So Heather by Elegance, I would put her in the same. Well, who's the better wrestler between? Now, Zelina Vega is a better wrestler than Heather by Elegance. I can't say I could put her in the same category as Zelina Vega because Zelina Vega is a better wrestler than Heather by Elegance. I got to be honest about that. And I love Heather by Elegance. She's one of my favorite female wrestlers, but so is Zelina Vega. But if I got to be honest, say who's the better wrestler, it's Zelina Vega. I got to be honest. I got to be honest. I can't be biased like that. But Heather by Elegance can wrestle. She has that. She has that nasty, ruthless, dirty side to her. And that's what I like about her. She has that don't care ruthless side. She has that don't care ruthless. I mean, that's what I like about Heather by Elegance. She has that don't care ruthless demeanor about her. And she was stoop to any level to win a match, although she can wrestle. So so yeah, I would say that much about Zelina Cutthroat on the promos in the ring. She's a natural. Yeah, yeah, I could agree with that. I could agree with that. Yeah, but the hate Zelina Vega get is weird. The Zelina Vega hate is weird. It's weird. It's weird because everyone was behind her at first, and a lot of fans turned on her. And for what I just said, why they turned on her, she hurt one person, and they really drug her for that. They really drug her for that. Liv Morgan hurt one person, and they drug Liv Morgan for that. But I know damn well they're gonna do that because a lot of them is a bunch of Rhea Ripley simps. They're a bunch of Rhea Ripley simps. The same way they turned on Zelina Vega They turned on Liv Morgan too. I got a lot of hate for being a massive Liv Morgan fan. Oh yeah, I got a lot of massive heat for being a Liv Morgan fan. But did that stop me from supporting her? Hell no. She can. Zelina Vega is capable of putting on a 5-star match against anybody. That's how underrated her talent is. She can mix it up with anybody. Look at her match against Rhea Ripley when they wrestled at was it Russell? Look at her match. Look at her match against Rhea Ripley when they wrestled on SmackDown for the women's world title match. I would rate that match a 4-star match that she had against Rhea Ripley for the women's world title. Although I knew Rhea Ripley was going to retain, the man Zelina Vega put up a great match against Rhea Ripley. She put up a good match against Rhea Ripley. I would rate that match 4 stars at best. I would rate it 4 stars. Rhea and Zelina Vega and Rhea Ripley actually has great chemistry. All their matches were good. They actually had good chemistry. All their matches were good. And you can't say nothing bad about Zelina Vega and Rhea Ripley's chemistry. They had some pretty good matches. To me, they were more than good. They were pretty good. Look at Zelina Vega matches against Piper Niven. And Piper Niven's a big woman. And Zelina Vega put her away. She beat her. Although she went through hell with Piper Niven. Won't no easy win for her at all by far. Definitely want no easy win. She went through hell to beat Piper Niven, but she got it done. That's the whole point. She you know what I'm saying? Zelina got it done. But Heather by Elegance, she could be a single she could be a single star. She didn't get carried in her matches. Not she didn't really get carried in her matches. You know, and if you look at you see her, she got that dirty vicious side. In their tag team matches, she would play it dirty. She played it dirty more than anybody else. They both played it dirty, but I say played it more dirty is Heather by Elegance. But they were a great tag team. They won a terrible tag team at all. Man, my legs killed me. I worked out in the gym yesterday. My shoulders hurting too and arms. I did a good workout. I work out 5 days a week, so I'm trying to really get in shape. I done lost a lot of weight. I done lost like 40 some pounds. I'm down to maybe like 225. I mean 220, 220 pounds. Last time I checked myself, I weighed 223 pounds. I'm gonna get down to like 200 or maybe 205 at the max and keep it there. So I don't know, but I've been working out, man. I've been working out a lot, staying in shape, drinking a whole bunch of water, keep myself hydrated, and water help you lose weight too. So I'm been on it. But yeah, man, Heather by Elegance. I would like to see her go on her own. And by Elegance would do pretty good on her own too. I can see her doing. I can see her and by Elegance winning her first mid card women's championship, just like I do Heather by Elegance. Yeah, I can see M by Elegance. I can see M by Elegance winning her first mid card women's championship right along with her. I can see M by Elegance winning her first mid card women's championship right along with Heather by Elegance. I can see that. Selena Vega is the true talent that everyone thinks Mercedes Moné is. Exactly. Exactly. Zelina Vega would wrestle circles around Mercedes Moné. She's the better wrestler. She's the better wrestler. But they give Mercedes Moné all this praise, and I'm not saying Mercedes Moné is a terrible wrestler, but Zelina Vega is arguably the better wrestler than Mercedes Moné. It's been proven time and time again. Even in WWE, although I never spoke on it. Even when Mercedes Moné was in WWE, also known as Sasha Banks, Zelina Vega was the better wrestler, although I never spoke on it. And for the most part, Mercedes Moné is not a terrible wrestler, but she's not as good as everyone tried to make her out to be. She's not that good. And she can be a move spammer. Look at her match with Jamie Hayter. I've done said this multiple times. I've done said this several times. The match Mercedes Moné had against Jamie Hayter, and I like Jamie Hayter too for the most part, to let that be known. Just to let that be known, I do like Jamie Hayter for the most part. And that match, Jamie Hayter versus Mercedes Moné for the TBS Women's Championship, Jamie Hayter carried Mercedes Moné through that whole match. And that's facts on facts. Jamie Hayter carried Mercedes Moné through that whole match. Mercedes Moné was actually spamming the same move over and over again. But see, when I call this out, these Mercedes Moné fanboys, they get mad as hell. Even the females that's fans of Mercedes Moné, but the Mercedes Moné fanboys, they are worse about her. Because a lot of them want to sleep with her. But when I call this out about Mercedes Moné, they get mad as hell. They talk shit. They get mad. Just like it's their woman. When she probably wouldn't give the ass, when she probably wouldn't give your ass the time of the day. When she wouldn't give none of the ass the time of the day if there was a meet in person. Hell, who knows? Mercedes Moné don't care about her fan base like that. She don't care about her fan base like that. I don't care what nobody say. Request a 6 feet rule, but you make an exception to take a picture with one fan because you consider them a friend. But the other one's got to be 6 feet away from you, man. I would have turned right the fuck around in a heartbeat. I would have turned right the fuck around in a heartbeat. Went right to Trish Stratus' line and got a picture with her, band that I do like Trish Stratus better than Mercedes Moné. I always have. Trish Stratus is my first ever favorite female wrestler of the Attitude Era. So with that being said, Trish Stratus is definitely one of my top favorite female wrestlers. So I would have got a picture with her, a close-up pic. We're from arm around me, my arm around her. I take a picture of her and go on with my day. Post a picture on X and Instagram and tag her in it so she can see it and possibly follow me back on X and Instagram. That'll be one of my biggest achievements. And I put it as my cover photo on Facebook. But yeah, man. Mercedes Moné, she doesn't care about the fan base like that. And she gets all this praise when she's not that good. People I'm not gonna say no names, but people say Mercedes Moné is the GOAT. I'm like, how the fuck is she the GOAT? One person said Mercedes Moné is the GOAT. How the fuck is she the GOAT? She has a cringe ass character. By far shitty promos. Her promos are garbage. Don't even get me started on the one when she made her in-ring debut in New Japan Wrestling a couple of years ago. My God, that promo was awful. She do some shitty promos. Her promos are shitty, hot garbage, and she's not that good in the ring. And she got all these titles for God knows what. I tell you what, to feed her ego, to feed her massive ego. At least when Ultimo Dragon, and Ultimo Dragon is one of my favorite wrestlers. So at least when Ultimo Dragon had all those titles back in the 90s, it really meant something. Because Ultimo Dragon was an underrated wrestler. Very underrated. Very underrated. Well, I'm talking about the same guy that tapped out. I'm talking about the same guy that tapped out Fit Finley and William Regal in a one-on-one match without cheating. Tapped both of these men out, two heavyweight men. He tapped them out, and Ultimo Dragon is every bit of like 5'9" and wore like 175 pounds back then. And he tapped both of those big men out. Fit Finley what? Like 230, 240? William Regal. Same exact size William Regal wore like 240 something. And Ultimo Dragon, being that small, only wore 175 pounds and 5'9", chopped out both of those big men. Ultimo Dragon was underrated, so at least when Ultimo Dragon had all those titles, it really meant something. It really meant something. Mercedes may have no title, it don't mean a damn thing but her feet and her massive ego. But when Ultimo Dragon had all those titles back in the day, it really meant something. Because he worked hard for all those titles. He worked hard for all those titles by putting on great 5-star classic matches. Jimmy Superfly. Saying trolling my chat again, huh? Okay, okay. I ain't gonna argue with you, man. I ain't gonna argue with you. You're a troll. You're a troll. Yeah, he did. Jimmy Superfly Snooker. Yeah, that's all true, bro. He did. He did. He did. He did. That's true. He did. She's got the ego of Kanye, but wrestling talent of Tamina, but solid presentation with good dance partners. She's still mid. Yeah, that's facts, bro. That's facts. Get a girlfriend. No, what you need to do is to get out my chat and get a life. You come my chat running your mouth talking shit, bro. You talk about me get a girlfriend. Let me ask you something. Did your mama give you any attention as a kid? I can get a girlfriend if I want to. I'm pretty sure you're the one who can't come in somebody's chat just talking shit to them for no apparent reason. Did your mama give you any attention as a kid? Now I wonder why you in my chat talking shit. Your mom lied to you about everything. Yeah, exactly. So don't come for me. Take that shit up with her. Get out of my chat. Coming in my chat, trolling, running your mouth, man. Go ahead on. Find something better to do with your time than to come in my chat, running your mouth, talking shit. Find something better to do with your time. Work on yourself. Worry about yourself. But y'all, yeah, man, I just want to give a shout out to Elegance by Brand, man, for holding it down for 200 days as Women's World Champion. They did the damn thing, and I'm here to, give both of them a shout out. Hot take on Saruka is more upgrade version of Charlotte Flair with a. I could give her that. Yeah, Saruka is underrated. She's an underrated wrestler. She's underrated for sure, bro. She's underrated. I could give Saruka that. I could give Saruka that for sure. I like Saruka. She's one of my favorites, but I like her. Oh, Rick the Dragon Steamboat is one of my favorites. Yes, I love Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is one of my favorites. I'm going to get his Elite action figure with the red. I'm gonna get the Ricky Dragon Steamboat Elite action figure with the red outfit, and he come with a Komodo dragon. I'm gonna get that action figure. I'm gonna get it. Man, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is one of the greatest of all time. Like I said, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is one of my favorites. I watch his matches all the time on YouTube. Steamboat was so damn smooth in the ring. He was so smooth in the ring, man. He was so smooth in the ring. Love that deep arm drag. He did that, you know what I'm saying? That he had that deep arm drag. I used to love it. And he had his best chemistry was with Ric Flair and Macho Man. Like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Ric Flair for the United States Championship at NWA Wrestling. My top favorite Ricky the Dragon Steamboat match. And another one of my top favorite Ricky the Dragon Steamboat matches when he wrestled Macho Man at WrestleMania 7 for the IC title. You know, the mid card title matches always cook the best. They always cook the best. So Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Macho Man at WrestleMania 7, WrestleMania 3 for the IC title. Another one of my Ricky the Dragon, another one of my top favorite Ricky the Dragon Steamboat matches. Devon Daily. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is one of my favorites. I still be watching his matches on YouTube a lot. But yeah, man, I just want to come up here, man, to give a shout out to the Elegance by Brand, man, and I would love to see Heather by Elegance. Oh yeah, Too Cold Scorpio was underrated. Yeah, he was underrated. Scorpio was never one of my favorites, but I will say he was underrated. He could wrestle. I remember Too Cold Scorpio from WCW and WWF. He was also in ECW too. Yeah, he was definitely underrated. He could wrestle. He could wrestle. But I won't never a fan of Too Cold Scorpio. And I'm going to get up out of here, man. I just wanted to come up here and, like I said, give a big shout out to the Elegance by Brand tag team, one of my new favorite tag teams, and I want to give a shout out to both of them. Hopefully, if they don't stay together and they finally go on her own, they go separate ways. The one who I would love to see both of them make a come up, but I like hers by Elegance better. She's one of my favorites. I like M by Elegance, but she's not one of my favorites. Like I said, I like hers by Elegance better. She's one of my favorites, and I would love to see her go on as a singles competitor and capture her first Mid Call Women's Championship, where it fits the North American team, where it fits the North American NXT Women's Championship, or she go to the main roster and capture the Women's United States Championship, or she capture the Women's IC title. Did Doink the Clown actually ever win any matches? Yeah, he did. He actually beat one of my favorites. He beat Coco Beware one time. You know, Coco Beware is one of my favorite wrestlers. And Doink the Clown beat him. Yeah, he won some matches, and he also won one at WrestleMania 9 against Crush. Yeah, I never cared for Doink the Clown, but I will say Doink the Clown, he had a great run in WWF. Yeah, Doink the Clown, he had a pretty good run in WWF. But like I said, heard about Elegance. Yeah, she would fit perfect to win the NXT North America Women's Championship or the Women's United States Championship when she go up to the main roster, or the Women's IC title. Either mid card title fits Heather by Elegance better. She fits perfect for it. So I'm gonna go on and get up out of here, man. For the new people that's new to my channel, subscribe to my channel. And with that being said, it's your boy Hitman D, and I'm gonna sign out.